Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Paulio Jr., and this is a little bit off the cuff. It's definitely different from the videos that I do put up. Not that they're in any specific order anymore, but I have been seeing a lot of hummingbirds around the area, but they don't last that long. They come in, they check things out, and then they peace out. so, um, this is not an expensive contraption whatsoever. Where basically this is just filled with water and sugar, and then each hummingbird can drink out of these little yellow flowers. So keeping them around longer, maybe getting you some cool shots and so forth. So the biggest thing that we want to do today is we want to mix 1 part of sugar with 4 parts of water. So basically it's just going to be 1 cup of sugar with 4 parts of water. So I highly suggest not using tap water. So I'm just using the Brita. So it's better than nothing. It's better than just coming out of a tap that may have iron and calcium and all kinds of metal buildups in it. So I got approximately a cup here. I'm hoping, you know what? Yeah, this is why I grabbed the funnel here. Let's make sure that this is all going on camera. Okay. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix this into the device itself. If it decides to go down, there's probably a couple chunks that are gonna hold it, from going down and so forth, guaranteed. So let me get these chunks down first, and then what we'll do is we'll move on to the next step. All right, so there was a couple of chunky pieces in there that would not go through the funnel, but after just jamming it in there and using a couple other things, they asked for approximately a quarter of whatever you're using to be full of sugar, and not the bleach sugar, but you want, some of them will go after that, but they will, the hummingbirds will more or less go after anything that is organic than bleached. So, and now what we want to do is just fill the rest of this with water. This is not a complicated process at all. That's what I love about this. It's very simple. So this is all from this. So from the Brita, water purification. So let's see what we get in here. Because we want to make sure that the water is diluted after we get past a certain point. And let's see here. Okay, almost there. Right there. Alright. Okay. So this little funnel can be pulled out. Now, this is literally as simple as just attaching that part. So, now sometimes you'll see on other websites that they will actually ask for red dye because they go after because they go after certain nectars, and nectars are obviously different colors. But with this should be fine. The smell enough should be perfectly fine and able to get some hummingbirds in our area. So for this specific thing, and I'll put some links in the description for everything, is literally just spinning, hopefully, just spin this guy around. Hopefully it's clockwise. So, alright. Alright. Oop. Just want to make sure I'm not messing up anything here, because it looks like this part comes up. That part can come apart, but it looks like not too much is. There's not a lot of water that's going to go through there that's going to cause anything. So I'll put a link in the description for maybe something like a little bit sturdier than this, but this should be perfectly fine. Let's see here. Change. Okay, and then so once you have one of these, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it up to try and maybe I should have done that beforehand. Oh well, you live and you learn. So let's take this off, and now let's shake the water and the sugar all in one, just like that. And now once that top red piece is put on, you change it about once every other day, maybe every 3 days. So, and the only reason for that is that you don't want to get you don't want to, basically you don't want to get any mold in these things. So, believe it or not, like ants and so forth, like the hummingbirds will actually either pick them away or just eat them. So it's no biggie on that front. So if we can just get this diluted enough, then we should be okay. So let's try this again, and let's get my hands unsticky. Okay, so let's see how it would look if it were just standing up like that. Okay, so yeah, since it is organic sugar, it is going to hold, there are going to be like little traces of it and so forth, but it's not a bad thing because eventually it will go down to whatever, these little flower petals in which they will drink from. So like I said, don't use any dye, and so no red dye. That's the most commonly used one, and change it every 2 to 3 days. So that's what we're asking for here. So all very, very simple stuff. What I'm doing right now is grabbing my gloves just in case. Alright. 1, 2. And my dry hand, let me get my hands dry, and then we'll bring this outside and put it on top of a tree or on a tree branch. Alright, so since the tripod isn't working here, we're looking at a good view. We are going to go hang it up ourselves outside. So with that amount of water holding on to it, it seems like the housing is totally fine, and the red dye isn't going to matter. Weirdo people that live in this building, but luckily I have my own driveway here, or my own walking property here. So this is where I had put a lantern before. Let's see if there's anything stronger, because this is definitely going to be heavier. Watch someone in the video is gonna be like, that's it right there. So let's see if we can get them. Nope, 60 week. All right, I'm gonna pause it and find a place. All right, well, lucky old me. I actually happened to find a pretty, even though it's a small branch, it's strong enough to hold this. This is definitely a couple pounds, but I'm hoping that at least the red surface, because that's what they usually go for, you know, will start attracting hummingbirds around here. It'd be a really cool thing to see. So, but yeah, that's it. Really easy. It's just literally, you know, mixing up sugar water and having a place so that the birds are able to drink it from. So, and making sure it doesn't get all nastified, so you clean it. But yeah, that's it. But I hope this video helps somebody, and I'll put some links in the description so you can try and get some hummingbirds on your own. So, alright guys, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.